Hello, I'm Sharon Roberts. I'm Chief Strategy Officer at SCORE. SCORE is an education, research, and advocacy organization that was founded in 2009 by U.S. Senate Majority Leader Bill Frist. As well as we identify places where best practices are occurring for students across the state, as in our SCORE Prize and other events that we have. A perfect example of doing that was in 2011, Loudon County was recognized as a finalist in our SCORE Prize. That we work with this network of leaders is by supporting an innovative group of superintendents that are called LIFT, and LIFT stands for Leading Innovation for Tennessee Education. The LIFT network is composed of 12 district leaders who are innovative and incredibly student-focused across the state. This network focuses on a community of professional learning for their leaders, as well as creating a hub of innovation for teachers and leaders within the districts. One of the things that I most appreciate about the work that Loudon County has done in this is they took the instructional review process, where is basically an opportunity for TNTP to come in with the district leaders and the school leaders and educators and collect some data about instruction on early literacy in the classrooms there in Loudon County. The interesting thing was that TNTP noted the tremendous culture of learning that was going on. The students were highly engaged, they were completing tasks together, working together. They also saw teachers working incredibly hard to craft lessons with materials that weren't so well aligned with our standards. As you know, Tennessee has gone through a major change of its standards over the last few years to more rigorous standards for students, which has helped us improve as a state. Unfortunately, the materials that we have available to us haven't caught up with where we are in the state with these standards, and our teachers are having to work incredibly hard for that. In face of this disconnect, when Loudon County got their results from the instructional reviews with TNTP and worked hard on this, some districts would have immediately gone in and started changing things immediately. However, the district leaders at Loudon County and the school leaders came together and felt like they needed to be much more thoughtful about this, and we are especially proud of the work that they've done. They brought people together, they brought their teachers and their leaders together, and they carefully vetted some strong materials and discussed what they thought would be good for the students in their district. Eventually, with this new semester, they've come together and they've determined that there's 2 sets of materials that they want to pilot and put into place, so that at the end of this semester they'll have first-hand information about what's best for the students in Loudon County. The work is still very new. It's cutting-edge work in our state. It's cutting-edge in the nation right now. But we're really excited to come together with the leaders of Loudon County and the other 11 districts in May. I'm confident that due to the thoughtful and deliberate commitment of the teachers, the school leaders, and the district leaders, because those people know what's best for their students in their community, we believe that when we come together in May, we're going to be able to come to some better decisions about what's good for the students in your community. We know that our students will be exposed to some of the best materials that's out there and they have access to now. And we also know that the work that's happening in Loudon County will not only inform the good work continuing there, but also help inform the work that's happening across our state. And we have the opportunity to share that on a national basis too. In closing, I want to thank you all for the support of this important work that's happening for kids every day in Loudon County. We're incredibly blessed at SCORE to work with you all. We thank you for your contributions to the work and for digging in deep on this work. We have no doubt that Loudon County's involvement in this process will make our network stronger, and that will also impact learning for students across the whole state. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Ginger Leach, Executive Director of East Core. Core is a district support arm of the Tennessee Department of Education. Our mission is to provide targeted and differentiated support to districts in an effort to build their capacity to improve student outcomes. My team enjoys working with Loudon County Schools, and we partner with them in areas such as response to instruction and intervention. They're active participants in our regional collaboratives. We provide direct support to their instructional coaches and supervisors as needed. They're a part of our Read to Be Ready coaching network, and each year we work with them on their LEA planning process. In addition, we often reach out to Loudon County when we need feedback as a department or as an office. Their feedback is always very thoughtful and candid, and we know that they're willing to provide information that will help us determine what our next steps are or where there may be other areas of support that we need to provide. Through our work with Loudon County, we've seen some very innovative and successful practices in their schools and their strong central office staff. Through the things that we've learned, we've been able to use this to provide other districts with ideas or solutions to problems that they may be having. On many occasions, we have actually suggested that those districts or schools reach out to Loudon County so they can set up a visit and actually observe those practices as they are happening. All of this to say, we enjoy working with Loudon County Schools, and we greatly appreciate their willingness to partner with us as we improve the outcomes for students in our region.
Hello, I'm Michelle King, Associate Director of Communities for Learning Forward. I facilitate and support the redesigned PD Community of Practice. I also coordinate conference programming and provide consulting to districts of all sizes. Learning Forward has been invested in professional learning for nearly 40 years. We support 10,000 members and nearly 40,000 stakeholders internationally, with over 40 international chapters. Learning Forward Standards for Professional Learning, which outline the characteristics of effective professional learning and strategies to build the capacity of leaders, has been adopted or adapted in more than 30 states, including the state of Tennessee. Loudon County is one of 22 school systems in the redesigned PD Community of Practice, or RPDC. This community represents approximately 2.3 million students and 164,000 teachers across 11 states. Some of the districts that Loudon collaborates with in the community include the New York City Department of Education, the DC Public Schools, Denver Public Schools, Long Beach Unified, and even Bridgeport, Connecticut Public Schools. In Tennessee alone, Loudon is one of 4 districts. We're excited that they partner with Shelby County, Knox County, and also the Metro Nashville Public Schools. The mix of rural, urban, and suburban school districts has legitimized the theory that comprehensive professional learning is a shared problem, regardless of district size. The community members have developed high levels of trust with one another because of the authentic feedback and varied expertise so readily available. I've even built a relationship with Maria and others where it's not uncommon for us to just pick up the phone and call one another even on weekends. Loudon County is an important member of the redesigned PD community. They were among the first to apply their new learning processes about improving coherence and relevance of professional learning for teachers. They developed teacher surveys and eventually a professional development rubric. This rubric was first shared with others at the Denver convening in May of 2016. Maria, along with her colleagues from both Shelby County and Bridgeport, Connecticut, shared the tool, the development process, and the early outcomes of use. In August 2016, Learning Forward published a blog about this work. Both Mike and Maria were featured in the story. The story was shared through Professional Learning in the News, which Learning Forward distributes to more than 40,000 international subscribers. Other community members have used Loudon's rubric to support the development of their own tools. This is one of the distinct advantages of community membership, learning with and from others to accelerate success. Other successes in Loudon include the use of the PD rubric for school-based professional learning and the refined survey for teacher feedback. The teacher feedback has changed the grade level pullout days. Teachers acknowledge the coherence and relevance of this type of professional learning. Because Loudon is a member of the redesigned PD community, we have the opportunity to see ideas taken to scale much more rapidly. As a smaller district, uptake among leaders is often quicker because there are fewer people to engage. We also recognize the burden of a small leadership team. That is another reason Loudon's participation in the community is so valuable. With the assistance and collaboration of the other 10 systems working on the coherence and relevance problem, and the 11 systems working on the complementary measurement problem of practice, Loudon benefits from the learning and resources of others. This translates to time and energy saved. On behalf of Learning Forward, thank you for supporting Loudon County's participation in the redesigned PD community of practice. We believe Loudon County is moving swiftly to see the vision set nearly 18 months ago become reality.
That's a lot for 8-year-olds to do.
I agree, though. Just take a small excerpt paragraph. Like, you could just take one page. That is kind of interactive. Read aloud, remember, because you go back, you could just use a piece of it. So you talked about you can use just a piece of it, and you can do your narrative writing unit on it. And just a story starter. You know, there was the story, the part in here about how she put his eyes in, and then he is put into a box. If you were in that box, like, okay, roll. Imagine the teddy bear is then opened up. Tell me what happens next. Where is he?
Write a paragraph that discusses. So start right there.
Okay, so for our culminating task, or Life on the Ice, we're going to write the story. What theme would you like to use?
What direction do you think it's going in? Because there's a lot of different
We
things.
have the leveled reader on Langston Hughes.
And I think that one's the most beneficial one with the advanced readers.
Right.
The only one that
About the end in mind. So tell me what your thoughts are around a culminating project.
So the idea is that once we've gotten through the lesson, we'll have the kids observe the weather for 2 weeks and keep a journal. So they're going to use tools to measure the weather. They're going to make observation on the types of clouds, and then they're going to use what they've obtained in that observation to then make a prediction of what the next 2 weeks is going to look like. And then they'll finish their observation for those 2 weeks to see if it really is what they thought it's going to be. And it will end with a culminating writing that's a comparison of what is the actual weather versus what they predicted based on the tools and measurements that they obtained.